Hi guys, Deborah here from String and Scissors. I'm just sharing with you today something that I found when I was on my travel in Hobart and surrounds recently. And I have another video on all the different types of ephemera that I found while I was there that you can go and look at. And I'll put the direct link at the top of the video, so you can click on that. But this one here is just something I wanted to show you separately that I found. And it's actually looks like a little leather book or a Bible or something. And it's got this word cigarettes that somebody's written on it. But when you look closely, it's actually got information there about what it is. And I was quite surprised when I actually opened it up, because I thought, oh, what's it got to do with cigarettes? But when I opened it up, I found, if I go to the front page, that it's actually a Welcome's medical diary and visiting list. And it's the Australasian edition from 1921 that you can see there. And I just thought, this is gorgeous. And I just had to have it because I just loved all the old things. So you've got this lovely monogram picture here. You've got a bit of damage here, a bit of water damage, but this is about the only sort of damage that's on the whole book. And that and the fact that somebody has been writing in it. It's, I guess maybe it's a kid or something, I don't know, but there is a little bit of that in it, but mostly it's really in pristine condition. So I love, if found, please return immediately. It doesn't say who owned it, unfortunately. Then it's got an index, and it's got some weird things in it, like dangerous abbreviation. So they keep saying throughout the book that when you write a script, you have to say tabloid, and I guess that was a brand that they were flogging at the time. And it keeps saying you have to write it in full all the time, so don't cut down the word tabloid, which is really weird. It's got this Egyptian picture here, the Y, and it's got all about Meskenet here and her place in ancient Egyptian tradition. It's got a little thing about that, don't know why. And then these are the topics of interest, so you can have your page number and go straight there. And it's produced by Burroughs Wellcome and Company in London, and they actually have an archive site. And I've emailed them today just to ask them about it and ask them how rare it is, because I don't want to start pulling it apart unless it's you know, if it's pretty common I might, but we'll see how we go. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Look at this little picture here. And then you've got special depots abroad, so it's got all your special depots there. And then all the information about Burroughs Wellcome and Co. Chief offices and warehouses located in London. And then Kent Street, Sydney, there we are. Shanghai, Buenos Aires. Therapeutic notes. So then it's got this section which tells you all about these different medicines and things here. So it's got adrenaline, and it's from A to Z. You've got all these different chemicals, and I guess they use those in medicine. Well, certainly like amyl nitrate and anesthesia local, and tells you what that is. And it just goes through from A to Z. You can see the good condition it's in. I love the belladonna, deadly nightshade, yeah. And so you can, I'll just flick through so you can see, and it goes through, and it's like a little, I guess a little encyclopedia for the doctor to take around with him. So if he forgot something, he could just look it up and say, what would that be good for? To check. So, you know, I guess it's like having the internet today, except you didn't have the internet back there. And it's just, isn't that gorgeous? I'm just really in love with this. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, it's got some little, see, tabloid brand there. It's definitely flogging the tabloid brand, let me tell you. And then there's an obstetrics table here, so it calculates out when the baby's going to be born. It's lovely. And then there's a 1921, 1920, 21, 22 calendar. Somebody scribbled on that, but I think it's gently, oh yes, that's, gently rub that off. I'm guessing it was a child or a young kid that did that. Then it's got the index, and it's got a list of signs so that when you were visiting somebody, this is like a bit of a doctor's shorthand. And then of course the public holidays, if you wanted to know when the public holiday was. I love, it's New Year's Day obviously, Good Friday, Easter Monday, Ascension Day, Whit Monday, Victoria Day in South Africa, Union Day in South Africa, Emperor's Birthday, which is in India, August Bank Holiday, King's Birthday, South Africa, Wiener's Day, South Africa, Dingen's Day, South Africa, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. And it says, for holidays in Scotland and Ireland, see the heads of the diary pages. So then, this is the doctor's notes on obstetric engagements. And a lot of them have been crossed out, and they're written in pencil, so I can't rub that off because the majority of the book is written in pencil. But he just goes through and he lists, I guess, what he's doing, and then whether, you know, how much it costs and whether or not they're paid. So I guess every doctor would have used this differently. So you can see the big paid, £1, 5 shillings and no pence, 7 shillings and 7 pence, and all of the paid. And you get a bit of red, so, but most of it is actually in pencil, and I don't want to get rid of it anyway because it just, I guess it's a bit of a history of what the doctor did. So that's, you can see we're through the calendar, 19th to 21, January to February, and these are the days of the week. And then, I don't know if you can see that, but oh, it might be easier here. Pounds, shillings and pence in this column here, but clearly it was all too small because the doctor's using it. But then from February onwards, there's absolutely nothing. February, March, and all the pages have got nothing on them. Until we get to August, where he's done some more writing, or somebody's done some more writing in there, and then all nothing through all of the rest. Then there's a cash account section which hasn't been used at all. So this is how much the person was obviously going to pay the doctor, and that's, this one's a little bit damaged. And then accounts asked for or sent. So obviously some cross-referencing there, so he could send out his accounts and take this with him on his journeys as he travelled around. And a bit of writing there. Vaccinations, and then under Lunacy Act. Don't you just love it? Vaccinations under Lunacy Act. These are addresses for nurses. It's got some different things there. Patients in general addresses, this one. No, he obviously didn't use a lot of it for that, but infectious cases notified, and then some memoranda, and then tabloid equipment. So this is a bit of a thing for tabloid again, and there's some gorgeous old photos there. Isn't that lovely? And then at the back here, we've got the posological table. So this converts each of the products, each of the different ingredients from imperial measurements into metric. Even though this is 1921, it's still got these metric conversions. Hypodermic, posological table, again converting. Different infectious diseases here. Look, scarlet fever. Oh wow, the plague. 2 to 8 days in rare cases. Oh, goodness me. Period of quarantine required after the last exposure. 21 days. Look at that. German measles, chickenpox, diphtheria, Asiatic cholera, smallpox, typhoid fever, typhus, yellow fever. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's got this little ad here now for the actual exhibition room in West London, and as I said, there is an archive for them. And then this is all about the trademark tabloid. So this is just an advertisement tabloid. And then a list of the finest products, Burroughs, Wellcome and Co. You can see that they're worldwide. And oh, look at this. I haven't seen this before. It says, owing to the frequent fluctuations of prices caused by the recent war, no prices are quoted in this diary. All orders will be executed by us at local current prices. So the war that they're talking about there is the First World War. So 1914 to 1918, and this book's a 1921 publish. And there's a list of products issued to the medical profession. So all the different things about chests and cases. And I guess they're, I guess this is stuff that you could buy to take with you while you were out doing your doctoring. And there's a whole heap on that. And this is all about hypodermic apparatus. And I like this because what it shows you is there's this lovely page with all the hypodermic needles, and this is actual size. So I remember when I was a kid having needles and they hurt like anything, and because I always remember the needle was really big, like we went to the dentist or the doctor and had to have a needle. It was horrific. And you can see, look at the size of these needles. These are scaled to, see, actual size. Imagine people getting stuck with these big wide things now. Yes, amazing, isn't it? Of course now you can barely see them. They're that tiny, and they don't hurt as much either because of the size of the needle. So this is all the different things you can buy from them. We'll keep going over here. So yes, keep flogging the tabloid brand, of course. And then at the back it's got some different things advertising here, and it's lovely. And then it's got a bit of an ad here. So the highest awards now exceeds 270, including 2 grand prizes at the International Congress of Medicine in London, 1913. And the back page is about the trademarks, and they're obviously listed in the Hall of Trademarks, so hallmarks. Yeah. And then the back's just got a memoranda. This has been obviously written on, and this is the clip on the back. It still works. It's amazing. It's almost 100 years old and it still works. So I just love, 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 love it. So thanks for watching while I took you on a journey of my latest little find. Cheers.